Welcome back. This is Hope Roski with business, arts, and more cool stuff. So now we're going to continue with some business and cool stuff because with me today I have Dr. Tamar Lawful. Welcome to the show, Tamar.
Thank you, Faith. Thanks for having me.
I'm Hope, but then my daughter's
sorry,
Faith.
Hope.
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay.
We
respond. You know what? We respond both. She responds to Hope, and I do Faith. But I just, talking with you because you and I have a lot of common denominators that we were just talking about prior to this interview here, and that is I'm a personal fitness trainer, and your focus deals with that to a degree, but it also goes way in depth when it comes to nutrition and the science, the medical science of it all. Can you give me a little bit of your background?
Definitely. So I'm a pharmacist of 19 years, and about 2 years ago I decided to take a little turn into health coaching so that I can work with people more closely to achieve their health goals. And in that process, I became certified in genomics and nutrition as well. And so I use those skills, I combine all of that to help my clients achieve their health goals through focusing the core, being nutrition, and then lifestyle changes like getting enough sleep, which we struggle with, especially as women, and men do too as well. But
oh no, women at certain age ranges. We won't be talking about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So there's definitely sleep. There's exercise. In our busy lives, it's difficult sometimes to squeeze exercise in. But just squeezing it in, doing a little bit at a time makes a huge difference. So I help my clients know that within like a 30-minute workout at home, is something that's doable. So I help them do that as well. Then there's, of course, stress management, self-care, and then consistency, making sure that you're continually doing these things so that you can maintain the health that you achieve.
So one of the things you mentioned was the word genomics,
Yes.
which you and I both have an understanding, but for our viewers, they may not have a clear picture of what that entails. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Definitely. So genomics is using your genetic makeup to figure out. Specifically, I deal with nutrigenomics and pharmacogenomics. So with nutrigenomics, it's how does food affect your DNA? Because the things that we eat can actually have an impact on our DNA's ability to work effectively, as well as the environment we're in. Are we exposed to a lot of chemicals? Are we putting that into our body? So the study of how food and our external environment affects your genes.
Well, one of the things that's interesting, and when you bring up food, there's this big dispute about, is organic really worth it? Does it really make that much of a difference? What are your thoughts on that?
Organic is worth it. It is definitely worth it because you're exposing yourself to less of those harmful chemicals that can actually trigger your DNA to work or not work the way it should. So disrupt your normal function of your DNA that science has found has contributed to a lot of illnesses, cancers. So it's worth it to do organic if possible. And it's funny you mentioned that because when I tell my clients organic is best, they're like, how am I supposed to afford this?
Right. Well, and I think that's the big
Yeah.
concern. So it's like, well, maybe I'll cut corners here. But, I mean, it's like even if you bring a little bit of non-organic in, then you're still bringing that toxicity in as well versus being purely organic and leaving out the pesticides, correct?
Exactly. That is so true.
It is. And I think we both know how that can play into the system. One of the things that I found to be very interesting is the little checklist that you have. I think we have an image of that. And maybe you could go across some of the things that, the services that you offer, because it's such a wonderful and wide variety. Can you just tell our viewers a little bit about?
Sure. First, I have health coaching, nutrition and health coaching, which is online. It's virtual, so you can do it out in the privacy of your own home. I do group coaching primarily and also offer private coaching. So our group coaching sessions are 1 hour Zoom calls. So you have the support of other women that are on the same health journey as you. And Then we have the on-demand online program. So if you don't want to be in a group coaching setting, you can still get the program and go through it yourself at your own pace. And the bonus is that you're still part of the community because you're in our community chat. You get the daily support and motivation from me and my team. And as well, you can put questions in there and get some answers back. So although you're not part of the group coaching, you still get some support. And then medication education. I offer that as well for clients who are on medications. Like I see clients with diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, going through menopause as well. They might be on hormone therapy. And the medications add up. So in California specifically, I will work with those clients who are on medications, educate them about their medications, review their medication profile, and I'll communicate with their physicians if I see that there could be any potential problems with a combination of medications that they're on. And then the nutrigenomic testing, which is an option in the health coaching program, as well as a la carte option for those who just want to know what type of things they need to work on and what type of foods they should eat to really help improve some conditions. And along with that, they get a free meal planner through my company so that they can stay on track with meals and get some easy, simple, healthy recipes. And then there's the pharmacogenomic testing. This is my favorite, of course, because I'm a pharmacist.
Because you're a pharmacist, right here locally, which is great.
So what's interesting is it's been out for a while, but now it's starting to ramp up. In that we can look at our genes, and it will tell us whether certain medications will work for us, or will they have the potential to cause side effects, right?
And that's very interesting. And I just experienced something like that with a family member with side effects, and how it can really play havoc, and how other medications interact with other medications as well. And that to me is really, I think you offer such a great balance because you have the medical know-how, but you're melding it with the social, emotional support as well, which is great, because that's one of the things I really love is the name of your company, and you mentioned it. Can you we're going to pop that up and tell us a little bit about the name of your company and how you selected that?
Yeah. So the name of the company is Life Balance, and life is spelled Lyfe because it stands for Love Yourself First Every Day.
Oh, okay.
So I believe, it's my founding belief, and the company's founding belief, that I'm focused on women. A lot of the medical conditions we have is because we're not prioritizing ourselves. We're not putting ourselves first. So it was important for me to name my company so that it represents what I'm trying to tell everyone to do, which is let's start with loving yourself first every day. And then Inner Glow is the name of the health coaching program. And I named it Inner Glow because when you start getting healthy on the inside, naturally your inner glow will start to shine through. And that's where the names come from.
So your focus is primarily, you said, on women.
Yes.
Do you have some clients that are male, or and if so, what's the difference? Do you coach them in a little bit of a different way?
I haven't had any male clients directly.
Oh,
now the husband.
Okay, all right, here we go. So now it's time to start opening up some doors here.
Yeah, but interestingly, the spouses of my clients end up going through the program by way of their wives. So I've had clients whose husbands have diabetes and they're overweight, and they go through the program along with their wives because now their wives are cooking better. They're encouraging them, let's go work out, let's go exercise, let's go for a walk. One client, her husband lost 18 pounds.
That's fantastic.
And he had to go to his doctor to get his insulin dose dropped because his previous insulin dose was too much. So I haven't had any direct male clients, but the program is definitely beneficial for both women and men.
So do you offer like any sort of packages, because you do offer so many services? What type of things can you blend together, or how does that work?
So the health coaching program blends it all together. So if you sign up as in one of the health coaching programs, you will get the nutrigenomic testing, the group coaching, the pharmacogenomic will be extra. You have the option. A lot of people are not comfortable with having their DNA tested, so I do have a package that they can still go through the whole health coaching program minus the genetic testing, you know. And then, so those are my two main packages. And then there's a self-paced program, which is actually a membership program when they can just go at their own pace, but they'll still be part of our community.
Well, one of the things that we were talking about before is how you were a pharmacist at Community Regional Medical Center.
Yes.
But how did you get involved? I mean, what was, there must have been something that just sparked and said, I need to do something and take the next step. What was it? Was it one specific thing, or where?
It was a culmination of seeing patients continually come back to the hospital, what we call frequent hospital readmissions, and I wanted to do more. I realized that the counseling and education I was doing with them on the inside of the hospital wasn't enough. They need a little bit more. They need a little bit more hand-holding and guidance, and more than 10 minutes.
And more, and that's true, because when you see people coming back over and over again, then you think to yourself, could they be doing something a little bit differently than, than they're doing right now? One of the things that I find and that I see as a personal fitness trainer is sometimes is that motivation to stick with it. You're their coach to do that.
Right.
But I also know sometimes that outside environment plays a very significant role. What can people do to make that outside environment better for them so they can continue moving forward?
It helps to have others on board, to if you're in a family, let them know what you're doing, let them know there's going to be some changes so that they can support that. That way it's not a shock to them that all of a sudden you're not going to eat Cheetos anymore, so letting them be aware of what you're doing so you have that support. So support on the outside of the program is very important as well. And I find that's one of for my clients who have had success, that played a huge role.
Well, that's great. I wanted to just go to your profile picture right here that you have so people can see that you are health and nutrition coaching, but it also comes in with that pharmaceutical twist, which I think is great because you've got that full package right there. How are people able to get a hold of you? I mean, I'm completely fascinated, and I just want to be able to share with some of my clients, hey, I met a wonderful and amazing coach that can really help you. Can you tell viewers how they can reach out to you?
Yes, if you'd like to reach out to me, you can visit me at thelifebalance.com. THELYFE balance.com, or you can email me at drlawfulbrown@thelifebalance.com, or call me at 323-880-2026.
Well, Dr. Lawful Brown,
yes.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on the show today. You gave people so much to think about when it comes to not only physical health, but mental, social, just that whole feeling good from the inside out. And I think that's phenomenal. Thank you for what you're doing to make a difference in people's lives. And viewers, give her a call, send her a message. I think it'll be well worth your while. And we'll be back with you in just a few moments.
Thank
this
you.
is Hope Roski. Thank you.